Good morning. It's Dee Ann. We are working on a little bit of a standing yoga balance class today. We're going to have the chair handy just in case we need it. And we're going to start, however, with the turn of the rotators, opening the chest and turning the palms forward. Start taking deep breaths, connecting to the breath. You want to try to breathe in and out through the nose as much as you can. This is a little bit more movement in standing, so a little bit more active yoga. Let's take a deep inhale up and then exhale, sweep the floor. We're going to inhale and go halfway to the shin. Exhale back to the floor and then inhale all the way up. Again, exhale down, inhale halfway, exhale down, and inhale all the way up. One more time, exhale down, inhale halfway, exhale down, and inhale all the way up. This time, hands are going to come together, push the hips forward, and get a back extension. I'm just turning so you see what it looks like. A back extension. Inhale all the way up and bring the hands right into your heart. We're going to hinge at the hip. See, I've got my legs extended straight. Now I'm going to soften my knees and rotate my right elbow into a chair pose. Turn and look up. Release the hands, floor to ceiling. Bring the hands back in. Face front, deep inhale up. Exhale, sweep the floor. Inhale, go halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Bring the hands in. Hinge, hands to the heart. Soften the knees. Left elbow to the outside of the leg. This is called a chair pose. I'm using my elbow to rotate the trunk. Release, fingertips down to the floor. Let's inhale and go halfway up to the shins. Exhale back down and inhale all the way up. All right, we're going to take our right hand, grabbing hold of the chair. Right foot is going to step out, left foot is going to step back. We're going into warrior one. So my feet are both planted on the floor. Okay, angled on the back, straight forward on the front. Feet are wide apart, sink down into the right knee, take the left arm and raise it up overhead. Okay, so we are trying to rotate the hips and shoulders toward the front. I've got that left arm raised. Now, in order to work on my balance, maybe you can come right up and tilt the chin looking up toward the ceiling, warrior one. Maybe you need to hold on. Go to 3 fingers. 2, 1 finger. Take your time. And when you're ready, release and hold it up. Use your breath. Sinking down into that right knee, rotating everything forward. As I sink down, I'm raising up through the top half as I sink the lower half. Bring the hands into the heart. Hinge at the hip, humble warrior. Fingertips, grab the chair, hand comes back behind. Maybe 2 fingers holding on, 1, and then when you're ready, see if you can't release. Grab the chair, sweep the hand down to the floor, back up to warrior one, look up. When you're ready, see if you can't let go. Hands to the heart. Grab the chair and pull it in. Okay, we're going to warrior 3, from 1 to 3. So this is definitely a balancing pose. I've got my foot back behind, standing on my right leg. Soft through the knee, hinge at the hip. I'm going to raise the foot off the floor, release that left hand straight back behind me. Fingers only, 3 fingers on the chair. I find a focal point on the floor. 2 fingers. 1, maybe I start changing where I'm holding the chair. Maybe I take my time walking the hands back, finding my focal point, and if the foot falls down, it falls down. All right, find your focus, use your breath. Warrior 3. I've got just my thumb on the chair right at this point. Feeling that power through that right leg. Let's come up, step down. Take that right leg out in the front. Let's get a stretch. Soft through the left knee, hinge the hip. Allow the ball of the foot to sink down to the floor. Stretching through the back of the knee. Use your breath. Come up, and let's switch it over to the other side. All right, so now we're going to Warrior 1 with your left leg out in the front. You've got a wide space between your feet. Foot is at an angle, and then you sink down. All right, so holding onto the chair, sink it down, rotate the hips, the shoulders toward the front as you sink down. And then take that right arm, raise it up toward the ceiling. 3 fingers, 2, 1. Maybe you don't need to do the finger. You just come right on up. Tilting that chin, looking up toward the ceiling, sink down. Use your breath, Warrior 1 position. Hand to the chair, hand to the heart, humble warrior. I'm still soft through my knee. I'm taking the right hand back behind me. Fingers, 2 finger, 1 finger. Sliding down the chair, taking my time until I'm able to let go. Humble warrior. Finding the chair with my hand, coming up and shifting in. All right, so here we go into Warrior 3, which is a totally balancing pose. Everything rotated toward the front. I'm hinging at the hip. I'm going to take that right hand back behind, and I've lifted my toe off the floor. Now look at this knee. I'm not locking it out. I'm keeping it soft. All right. I'm going to go to 3 fingers, 2, 1, thumb. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to release and just hold. Thumb has to find my chair again. I should have done this barefoot, but here I am in my shoes. Hold on, use your breath. If the toe comes down, the toe comes down. You're still working on your balance. Feel that power going through that left leg. Strength and power. Let's come up. Woo! Take the foot out in front, flex the toe, soft through your standing leg, and get that stretch through the hamstring. Allow the ball of the foot to sink down to the floor. Very nice. All right, let's come up. Now I'm going to push this chair out of the way. We're going to turn the toes out. We're going to take a deep inhale, come up, and then we're going to exhale, sweep down to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep the floor. Inhale up. Now this time, sink and hold. This is called goddess pose, and I love it when I have men in class. Go to your goddess pose. Shoulders back, tummy in. Use your breathing. Rotate around and use the elbows to push the knees open. Stand up. Oh, my chair's way out there. That's okay. We don't need it. Hands to hips. Turn the feet pigeon-toed. Hinge and come forward. You can stop at tabletop. This is a straddle stretch. Tabletop is fine. If you're able to reach the floor, fantastic. The key is making sure that your feet aren't too close together. If they're too close together, you're not going to be able to get very deep into the stretch. Fingertips, heels in, toes out, one hand at a time up, all the way, and walk it in. All right, guys, going into more balancing. Let's grab the chair and bring it over to the side. So we do a lot of work with tree pose in class where the knee is open. A lot of times people have an easier time balancing without opening the hip. So keeping the knee forward, that's where we're going to start. So we're going to bring that right foot up, left foot up, standing on the right leg, and bring the hand and open it out to the side. Find a focal point, like maybe look at my Nike swoosh. Focus on that. Take your hands to 3 fingers, holding on to help balance. Go to 2 fingers. Go to 1. Take your time. Maybe you're able to lift the hands off of the chair and hold your balance. Find that focal point. If the foot keeps dropping down and coming back up, that's okay. Keeping that, you're working on the balance by trying to maintain that equilibrium, okay? It is easier without shoes on, I can tell you that. All right, grab the chair, step down, and shake it out. So that's your step 1. Step 2, we're gonna go ahead and go into the tree pose. So, it looks like this. You can stay right here with your toe touching onto the floor, or you can pull the foot up to the inside of the calf. You can go up higher if you're able to, all right? Bringing the hand, finding the focal point, swoosh. 3 fingers, 2, 1. I'm just going at my pace. You may not be going that fast. And if you're able, go into your tree pose, grow your branches, taking your own time. It doesn't matter if you go when I go. Go at your own pace. Using the breath, use the toes on the floor to squeeze and grasp with the toes. Hand to the chair, step down, cross at the ankle. It's like we're hanging out. Hinge at the hip. Get a quick little stretch. Step down, take your feet a little wider than hips. Reach it over. Come all the way up. Hand to the hip. Release that right hand. Turn and look over your shoulder. Let's do the other side. Pull it over, and we're starting with the straight on, okay? So starting with the straight on, raise the foot, hand, focal point, 3 fingers, 2, 1, and then when you're ready, try to let go. To the chair, come down, shake it out. Okay, let's do the actual tree pose. If you want to stay with the knee forward, you can. Otherwise, here we go. Toe to the floor, hip tucked under. If you're able to, pull the foot up higher. Bring the hand, find the focal point. Go to 3 fingers holding the chair. To 2. To 1, to none, and then the branches of the tree can grow. Find that focal point, use your breath. Hand to the chair, release, shake it out, and we're going to take, this way, cross it, and hinge. Step the feet out, look over the shoulder. Let's go ahead and release, and we are going to take this to the chair. So we're going to finish up right here in the chair. Take the feet wide, round the chest down toward the floor. Take an inhale up, tilt the pelvis, round it back. Take a deep inhale up, and hinge. Do a deep inhale up, and round. One more, deep inhale up, and hinge. Inhale up, and round. Toe heel in. All right, let's cross the right leg over, and then bring the right hand across the chest. Bring your left hand under, and the backs of the hands are going to come together. I'm going to reach around and try to grab my right thumb. Okay, this is called a pigeon. Standing pigeon, you can try to do this standing up. See my face in shock? We're not doing standing today. So hold it right here and try to raise the elbows up. Try to keep the hands right there towards the center. Drop the elbows in, round the back, chin tucks in. Let's come all the way up, release, open, and come down. Switch it to the other side. So left hand, left arm, right hand goes under, backs of the hands together, and then I grab my left thumb, keeping the hands squared toward the center of my forehead. Then I try to raise. I'm keeping the elbows and forearms connected. Now I'm going to drop the elbows, round the back, kind of like I'm sucker punching my elbows into my belly, round the back. All right, let's release, undo the arms, bring it all the way out. Okay, we are going into Warrior Two using the chair. So I've got my right foot then my left foot, notice, is turned towards you. I've got the hands on the hips. I want to try to keep this relaxation of my trunk, okay? I want to use my core. So I take my shoulders and ease them using the tummy muscles. Ease the shoulders over the hips. Extend the arms straight out to the side. All right, so this is warrior two. If you're able, come on up. Turn and look over that right arm. Shoulders are going to stay back over the hips. Draw the belly in. Warrior two. Drop the left hand, take your right hand, reach it out, and then reach it up. This is reverse warrior, looking up toward that right arm. Use your breath. So you can be doing all of this seated, okay? I had to stand up, but it's more than fine to do this in the chair. Working on the balance, okay? Okay, let's come back into the center. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn the toes forward. Hinge, soften the knees, and find your chair. Let's go over to the other side. All right, so I've turned the foot. I'm taking the trunk, stacking it over the hips, and extending the arms straight out to the side. I can stay right here in the chair, or I can lift and come off of the chair. Warrior two. I turn and look over that left hand. I'm using my breath. Now I'm going to drop my right hand, flip the palm up, stretch out, and then reach it over. That is my reverse warrior. Holding on, using my breath. More than fine to be seated with this, okay? More than fine to be right there. Release back to warrior two. Turn the toes, hands to the hips, look back, find your seat, heel toe in, and we're gonna finish up with a deep inhale up, and then exhale, sweep the floor. A deep inhale up, bringing the hands together to the heart. God bless. Namaste. Great job. Thanks, guys.